It's about 8 o'clock. Brian just got home. I've been crying in the dark. Why? I'd gone outside. I'd gone to try to find a new jigsaw at a garage sale. I found one, an old one, but I didn't have any cash with me, so I left it there and thought better of getting one. Just any old one. I'll just have to save up and get one, I guess. And then I went grocery shopping. And I got home, and my garage door opener has been funky. And the only ways I can get in here is through the garage door remote opener thing and the garden gate. And the gate is usually locked with a padlock. But the padlock wasn't working right, so they left the padlock open so I could get in that way. And then I opened the garage door and closed the padlock gate. I was sure I had it closed all the way. I brought the stuff in, I was putting it away, and some of the wrappings of the things that I was putting away I went to put out in the trash can, and the gate was wide open. And the dogs got out. And they're big dogs, and they want to play and run, and I freaked out immediately. I just about died, and I went around to the other side of the house. There's a dog door where they sleep inside and then can go out through the dog door. I tapped on the dog door and I kind of whistled really at a low pitch, thinking that they would come out and that I would feel better. They didn't come out. They were nowhere to be found. I went around to the side gate. I went to the front through that gate. I looked up the street. I looked and I was listening really hard, trying to hear any dog or any people or see anything. Nothing. I thought maybe they're sleeping, because they sleep in the afternoon until it's time to eat. And it was almost time for them to eat at 5 o'clock. So I went back over to the other side of the house. I'm not young enough to run around anymore, but I went over to the other side and I stood by the doggy door and I put my hand through there and I didn't hear anything, nothing. So I'm freaking. And then I hear, I gotta turn the cuckoo off for the night. Then I hear someone go, get, come on, get. And I peeked over the fence over there and it was the two dogs. So I said, I'm on my way to get them at the other side. So I went around and I opened the gate and they come bounding in, and I thank those people very much. They said, well, they were all the way down by the busy road. And I'm, fuck, God, motherfuck. I thanked them very much. I closed and locked the gate, make sure it was all closed up. And I came inside and I started crying. And I cried since 5 o'clock. 3 hours of crying. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. I called this California helpline and they can only talk to you for 10 minutes. And it was some young gay guy. Really young guy. And I don't think he had a clue how I felt about anything. But he talked. And I called my friend Dave up in Canada. I said I'd call you one of these days. And briefly, and then I called my cousin Sandy in Philly. They're 3 hours ahead in Philly. I couldn't call David because he's at a wedding. He's actually in this friend's wedding. And I couldn't call him, or I would have called him. I called my cousin Sandy, and we talked for over an hour. Ashley does not like me very much to begin with. Brian says it's because I'm a clutter bug. We live a different lifestyle, and I have lived a different lifestyle than her family has. Her family didn't have to wonder if they had to scrape by next month. They had decent jobs, and they managed. For the last, I don't know how many years, at least 10, I've lived below the poverty level. So my lifestyle is a lot different. And I'm trying to, with what I can, establish a living space. I have 325 square feet in total. A bedroom and a bathroom. And then this room, which is 10 by 15, 150 square foot, maybe? Not sure. And I have to come up with like place to sit, a place to, there's room for the refrigerator and the TV and everything. It does look messy to a normal person. It looks messy. And there are things that seem to be out of place. And I have ideas in my head of how it should look and what I would like to accomplish. I will have to save up to do it. But right now, what I have is fine. I'm sure that someone else, it just is like, God, how much more shit is she going to accumulate? I've gotten rid of some things, although you just don't see it. The things I got rid of are from the other room. This room is going to look different. If I had the money, if I had lots and lots of money, it would be different. I would have a wall unit with shelves, and I even put a piece of soundproofing behind it, so if I watch TV or something, they won't hear it in their side. Would be where the TV is. It'd be like right there. I would have like a unit that goes like up to about here, and it would have the TV and some shelves and stuff and place to put things. Up there would be a double mini split. That's going to be an argument now that the dog thing has happened. Brian finally convinced her to let me be able to have a mini split there, because this is a garage that I'm living in here. That's the garage. This door here goes into the garage. And if the garage door were open, you'd see up the street. Yeah, it's a mess because I haven't put stuff away yet. I came home from the grocery store and all this stuff happened, and then I had a breakdown. It can look nice, but whenever the little guy comes over here, he always gets into the cat toys and anything he can find and throws it down on the ground. And Brian says, well, I'm worried about you tripping over something. And once you trip over something and you hurt yourself, that's the beginning of the end. I know that. And over there by the refrigerator, I switched the doors. They did open this way, and now they open that way. But to be able to open that way, I couldn't push the refrigerator over because the doors wouldn't open enough for me to pull the drawers out. So it had that much space. Right now I have some containers sitting there. My plan is to have something about this tall that rolls out, shelves or something that I can put a few things on, any extra cat litter or cat food or whatever, and roll it back in. And then that would be blank. Wouldn't have stuff down here. Wouldn't have this. This is cat toys here. My slipper, cat toy. And there's a little box of toys and books for the kiddo behind there. But it makes me feel like I've got something instead of just a big mess when I painted that fireplace. This chair now does not have a platform under it. And I told Brian the partial platform that's in the garage is going to be dismantled and things put away. I know it's messy now, but it's going to be done. I have not really had a lot of time to do this stuff. I've worked a half day here and a half day there and a whole day, and then I'm tired and I'm recouping. I'm old. I don't spring back as fast anymore. I get tired. I have back issues and leg pain and stuff and some other issues that I can't wait to tell the doctor about, and there'll probably nothing be done about it. And yeah, I've got some stuff over here, this stuff over here. Now, this stuff on top of here is not going to be there. Oh, I did try the CD player in the car with the auxiliary cable. It's wonderful. It works better than the radio does. So I'm glad I got it. That and the red shoes, I'm glad I got. Everything else is going to be going. The auto harp, the little blue guitar, it's going. It's not staying. When I first said it was going to go, I had kind of a hard time saying it, but yeah, it's going to go. It's going. So I'm only going to utilize what I utilize, like the organ behind me. I don't play it a whole lot. I have noise canceling headphones that can plug into that, but I have to charge them up. I have to put them in the right place. Things are out of place here. When they're in their right place, it won't be so bad. Then I've got this little TV table. Well, that's not always up, but I've been working on that little blue truck toy thing, so I have something to work on. I don't have a table. I don't have a table to eat at or to sit at, do homework at, or work at. I have a little desk. It's a fold-out secretary type desk that I got from her sister. It's very small and kind of cramped, and the various things I have in a file cabinet in my clothing closet. So the clothing closet's not totally full of clothes. It's got a filing cabinet in there and some other storage in there. I don't have storage. And I don't have a way to have a home recording studio or nothing. Not even, I don't know if some foam in a box with my head in the box would do any good or not. I know John Lovell started out that way in his house, but he also had contacts. I think the idea of me writing a couple children's books is a good idea, just to see how it goes. My cousin said, don't just think about it, do it. Because you won't know until you do it. I don't know. If I had bare bones, would they still be pissing and moaning? Would she still be pissing and moaning? I don't know. I'm not her mom. Her mom died like a month before I came out here. I wanted to know her mom. I wanted to at least have someone I could talk to. I don't have anyone to talk to. I have nobody out here. And the people that live in this area either have a lot of money and, do things that I don't do, or they have ultra-conservative views, and those of you who have been watching me for a long time know that I'm just a butterfly. This is a long vlog. I don't know how long this will take to get put up. Maybe it will, maybe it won't be. I don't know. I just feel terrible. I wanted to tell people on Facebook, but Ashley reads my Facebook all the time. I can't. It's not like being in a nursing home where you have absolutely no free will when you are tied down to whatever they want you to do. I don't like that idea at all. I don't know. There's no place I can run. I think I'll just be crying in the dark tonight. Can't even manage the feeling of going upward and onward.